Hey guys, my name's Emma. This is my showing specialist, David. We are condo specialists with Zoocasa Realty, and we are bringing you a step-by-step video series on how to, as a first-time home buyer, go ahead and buy your first property. So first step in the entire process is absolutely knowing your financial situation. So we wanted to break down a couple of items such as banks versus brokers, what documents you're going to need, that kind of thing. So why don't we talk a little bit about, going direct to the bank versus going to a broker to get pre-approved, and sort of what the benefits, pros and cons are of each.
So I think anytime that you're looking at different options in whatever you're trying to accomplish, I think having more options is going to give you some more leverage. It's going to be better off for you in the end. So I think having the role of a broker, which is not going to cost you anything, but essentially what you're doing is you're going to hire somebody to look at your financials, shop the marketplace, get you competitive options, and then from there you can pick and choose what route is best for you. So I think when you talk about the benefits of having one source of information versus having the source of multiple sources, I think everybody that would agree that having more options is going to give you more leverage at the negotiation table. So rather than walking into one bank, which is what my parents had recommended to me when I bought my property, to go to the bank that we banked with, I had actually gone to a mortgage broker with one meeting, one information of my financial background to the mortgage broker. They then took that information, shopped that across the entire market, brought me back the best options for myself, and then at the end of the day, I still had the option to pick, what was best for me. So I think, again, to bring it back to doing what's best for yourself and your own due diligence, having multiple options versus having one, I think everybody would agree that having multiple options is going to be better off for you and your family.
So on to the next sort of point in this conversation would, what type of documents are going to be required to actually get pre-approved. So why don't we talk a little bit about, what they're actually going to need to bring to the bank or to the broker to get pre-approved?
Yes, I mean, first thing that you probably want to do before you even go out and start looking at properties into the marketplace, I think the first thing you want to do is get an Equifax credit report, which is going to show.
The brokers can also pull that for you, but if you want to get a better understanding of where you're at,
just so for your own peace of mind, absolutely. The second major one is going to be a letter of employment. So these are two documents, very simple, very straightforward, very low cost or no cost for you to get, but it's all about having this information ready. And then from there you would kind of roll into your pre-approval, where a bank was actually going to say, look at your financial situation and say, this is the range that you'll be pre-approved upon. And again, it's kind of all baby steps to get you pointed in the right direction. So ultimately you can reach your goal.
Yep.
With as few kind of, hiccups or mistakes.
So to cap everything off, we want to just sort of express why we feel that this is the first step in the process, and that's absolutely because we've dealt with clients in the past who have not got pre-approved, started shopping, and start looking at properties that are maybe outside of their purchase price range and end up torturing themselves going forward because they realize that they aren't able to get those beautiful properties that they were, first looking at, or on the flip side, looking at properties that are actually under what they can afford and feeling a little bit defeated in the process, and that they're not going to be able to actually get what their dream home is. So it's super important that you go out and get pre-approved as sort of the first step, so that you can understand what your financial situation is and play within those guidelines.
Absolutely. I think everybody agree that shopping is very fun to do. Home shopping is probably on the top of the list, but it can become tiresome very quickly.
Absolutely.
And I think the whole point of this conversation is to follow the right steps so that you are, again, putting yourself in a position where you're making the right decision and, with as little kind of downside or negative as possible.
Yep.
And that's definitely step number one.
Yeah, for sure. So go out, get pre-approved, and check us out in the next video.